Greetings, greetings. Family back again. Midweek catch up. Yeah.
Woo! Let's go.
I trust everybody is well. Yeah. Looking after themselves, mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. All right. Come in, my youth.
And yes, it's STSD program for a reason, because I had to get rid of that old programming that nearly took my life away. It's real life shit. That's why I'm here today. And yeah, we're back with Lady Crown. And we don't stay down, we stay up. And we don't chat pop, but it's not real talk. It's another midweek catch up today. And yeah, what we're going to tap into for the midweek catch up. Where do you want to start? Well, it's on our minds, Jim Montreal. You sent that video to the Telegram, about the Queen Bee.
Lizard birth.
And the Queen Bee. You got coded, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Gematria is a practice that turns letters into numbers. And if you want more information about it, search up King Folk, the YouTube channel that me and Lady Crown taps into, where he does videos on how the numbers are linked to a lot of murders that have been happening, so-called murders, because we don't actually know if they're dead or not. But yeah, tap into that, man. Gematria is it's a Jewish practice, and why they've been practicing it since the 1500s, a long time. So yeah, man, tap into that, and let's talk a bit about brother Tupac. That's one of the latest videos that I tapped into on Kinfolk again. Search him up. He breaks it down very good, because he knows how to just tap into all these synchronicities of the birth date, the names, the everything, and even the original names, because Tupac's name was changed when he was 1 year old. A lot of people don't know that, but when you do your research, things will get revealed to you. So yeah, man, boy, the amount of synchronicities that I tapped into on that video made me realize that it just gave me more confirmation of what's really going on. Even though Tupac was one of my favorite rappers back in the day, and he's still a great rapper right now, definitely talented, but you can tell that his life was planned out for him. You know what I mean? When you start tapping into these videos about the numbers, yeah, there's too many synchronicities for it to just be coincidence. Yeah, you took it right out of my mouth. So yeah, tap into that, man, because trust me, it will open your eyes, man. And even, you know what, I tapped into the Dave Chappelle one, I think it was yesterday, and that one's really, like, he had the video of Dave Chappelle's cousin really speaking the truth about what happened with Dave Chappelle, and how he's been cloned, and they killed the real Dave Chappelle, man. Trust me, and Dave Chappelle was speaking out, and you know what, just like Kim Folk said, when he went on Oprah Winfrey's show, he was mocked because he shouldn't have went on that show, man, because you see that lady there, she's one of the witches for, you know what I mean, the dark side. So you got to realize what you're dealing with. This industry is evil. I just got to give it to you 100. It's evil, man. It's satanic. It's something that a lot of people need to avoid at all costs, because trust me, when they give you that contract, like David Will Miller said, this world's full of contracts, and those type of contracts there can determine whether you live a good life or a bad life, and for the most part, it's bad. It is bad, trust me, because you have to sign your soul over. You have to do certain rituals that most people wouldn't even dream of doing. But because it looks glamorous, it's appealing for a lot of people out there. But when you really tap into the truths of the industry, it's not nice, man. It's not nice at all. It's not how can I put it, humane? Is that a good word to say? It's not humane. It's not it's definitely not righteous. That just come to me now. You know what I mean? It's all off the thought patterns.
Yeah.
That's definitely not righteous. But yeah, man, it just made me get more confirmation, because I've been tapped into this information for a long time, and it just goes to show you that there's a lot of things happening in this world. Key thing here, yeah, just come to me now. You see, when you look at the majority of celebrities on the world stage, you need to know that most of them are cloned. Most of them aren't actually real. And most of them have been handpicked from very young, from even babies before they even come here, so you know, start real life. Because, like William Shakespeare said, this world's just a stage, and it doesn't even matter about your age. It doesn't matter about your age, because age is an illusion, but what doesn't create the confusion is your state of consciousness. And when you have a consciousness that is one of being aware of what's going on, you'll realize that hmm, most of what you see is not what it really is. Man. They're showing you the illusion in order to capture you and capture your attention. It's key, man, because see, life, yeah, the currency of life is attention. And what do the majority of these celebrities get? Attention. You know what I mean? Even from Pac to Michael Jackson to so many top celebrities out there, they've all got a lot of attention from a lot of people, and they've been planted there from the higher ups on purpose because it's all about controlling. It's all about controlling your mind. And key thing with the Tupac thing, yeah, what I'm going to end on with Tupac is that I remember Kim folk saying that one thing they love to do is play both sides. So it's duality. See, Tupac, it was about thug life and it was about being a revolutionary as well. So he played two sides. So this is how he captured so many people, even myself. Trust me, I loved Tupac back in the day because I loved his consciousness about him and also that rough side about him as well, willing to stand up. But the more and more I learn about the industry, brother Tupac, is that yeah, man, their life was planned out. That's all I really got to say about that with Jumanji. That's all I really got to say. What you got to say about it?
Yeah, check it out. Put your numbers in, put your words in. You'll see what comes up, and it's very interesting. But I mean, they've always told us that words, numbers and letters and numbers, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi. It's always been out there. It's always been out there. It's hidden in plain sight. I mean, we are in the reveal cycle. And it's been
Age of
six.
Aquarius.
Yeah, this is reveals. That's why those of you that are biblically inclined will look at in our revelation. Revelation is to reveal. Revelation, reveal. Yeah, and there are the things that have already been revealed, but being sort of like controlled in terms of its exposure to the masses. That's taking place, and it has done for some time. But what you'll soon start to hear is things that really will shock you. Yeah, and you'll hear it on the mainstream because they're gonna have to let people know, what's been happening. Yeah, my gosh, like I said before, many videos, I'm talking about every sphere of mankind, womankind, our lives. Every sphere of your life has been corrupted, has been usurped, has been, oh, what other words can I find to describe it? It's just it's crazy, and it sounds ridiculous, but it's so true. You might say, well, how, SDS talked about the men and women out there that have been cloned. Not for them. You'd be like, well, you must remember, those of you a bit older remember Dolly the sheep. If they can clone a sheep, yo, tell me what make them can clone a man or a woman.
Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence
Classic example.
He's been off the scene for a while.
Oh yeah.
And they're still trying to say that he's alive, but where is he? Where is he then?
Where is he? Probably, they can't get the clone to right on him, or it malfunctions or whatever.
He's been off the scene for a while.
A long time. Yeah. A man was driving down some highway with a shotgun saying they're trying to kill me. They're trying to kill me. Yeah, what's that about? Yeah. So you might think, oh no, this, yeah, but you know about Dolly the sheep. And if you don't, those of you that go and look at them cloning Dolly the sheep, and remember these people. And if you go back to the Nazis and Project Paperclip and all those scientists and eugenicists that were taken out of Germany at the time and brought across to America and to England to carry on with their experimentation, because these people were really delving into it. We're not talking about that was the Third Reich. We're now talking about the Fourth Reich, which is the Fourth Industrial Revolution, which is what's taking place, but not for the betterment of men and women. It's for the betterment of the humans who want to exert control over the populace. That's us. Yeah. And lots of, I mean, when they create this faux money, 9/11 was a classic example. I think it was 2.3 trillion. You know what I'm saying to you? That just vanished from the Pentagon. They don't know where it, yo, those monies, when they move them kind of monies, they go into their what they call black ops. Yeah, that's their DUMS, deep underground bases. If you don't think that those exist, just do some research. You'll find that they do. Why would you need deep underground bases? For what purpose? Yeah, just think about it. Oh, that big one nice helicopter. Oh yeah, one helicopter.
Yeah, come out of the blue, man.
Search and rescue. One of them. I think it's quite low down as well, because you guys must be able to hear that. So yeah, these kind of things take place in those deep underground bases, and that's how they can fund it. You know, the as much as people might love that piece of plastic or paper that they've got in their purses or their wallets, trust me, you don't really love it, and it has no use to you. It's just created out of thin air, and you're the security. We're the sweat equity. We're the land. We're the money. We are, you know what I mean? We're the value. They just live off us because you go and work 40 hours or how many hours a week, and they give you a piece of paper that you can go and exchange for whatever it is you're buying. But it's all debt. It's a debt instrument, and you can't pay for a debt with a debt. But that's what they do. I mean, when you look at the physical monies that we have, right, 3% of the global money is actually physical, where you can say, well, take that £10 and go buy me so and so. 3%. So we've got, trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, billions and billions of dollars in debt. So where's that physical? It's all hypothecated. It's all derivatives. It's paper, like with the gold and silver markets. Yeah, the LBMA and the COMEX in America. These are trading platforms that trade gold and silver backwards and forwards. Well, guess what they do? They trade paper gold and they trade paper silver. So what does that mean to you? It's not physical. And if it's not physical, if you haven't got it, holding it in your hand, then you don't have it. So how many people do you think have got these paper gold certificates? Exactly. Millions of people. Oh, I've got an ounce, or I've got a 10 ounce of so-and-so. You haven't. You've got a piece of paper. And it will implode like everything else, and then you're going to be left with that piece of paper, because there'll only probably be 1 ounce that services 1,000 or 2,000 people. So who's going to get that ounce of gold when they all think they've got it, but they've got it in a paper form? Yeah. So the system's corrupt. It has been for the longest time. The demise of the monarch and her passing is really a way for them to then accelerate the collapse of the on a global scale. Because let's face it, Elizabeth II is on the Canadian money, Australian, their tentacles stretch far and wide, and they're all interlinked. So when one of the big ones go down, like the Lehman Brothers, when they collapsed in 2008, then everything will go. There'll be nothing for them to prop it up with, because right now it's money printing, and saying that everything's wonderful, employment's up. Yo, if you're in the real world, you know that that's not true. Far from it. Far from it. If we're in a controlled demolition, it's just that it's going to expedite very, very quickly, and a lot of people are going to be caught out, really, because right now they are mourning for the loss of their monarch, and they can't see that the whole system is collapsing, and their way of life will never be the same again. And it's taking place right in front of their eyes. But yet again, we have to have the Black Swan event. We have to have something major happens for people to be their focus to be shifted. And once they shift your focus over here, because you're now going to go into 10 days of mourning, and buy flowers and distract yourself away from what you should be doing, which is securing yourself, your family, yeah, making sure you got the food, the water, making sure you've got everything that you own out of their bank. So they don't already tell you they're coming for your money. The bailing laws have already been written. If you want to think about bailing, 2013, Cyprus, what did they do? The people went to bed, woke up the next day, half of their money was gone that they had in the banks, and then it was actually devalued, so it didn't have the same value as well. If you don't think that's going to happen, then watch and see. I spoke some time ago about the force majeure, when it's like, oh, we didn't see that coming. So all bets are off. So all contracts are null and void when there's a force majeure, black swan event, a catastrophe, a tsunami, or whatever. Yeah. Nuclear war, whatever you want to call it, whatever they might want to be frightening people out there with, they, instigate something like that, then a force majeure is enacted and all contracts are off, all bets are off. So anything that you think that you have, you no longer have. Yeah. And they could, a force majeure would be all the banks shutting. Put it this way, if 193 countries could shut down back in 2020 like that, you tell me why you don't think that can happen now, knowing what you know about the global system and how things are being played and what's going to happen. Tell me how you think that won't happen. It will. And a lot of people are going to be in a whole heap of pain because they're not prepared. Civil unrest all over the world. I mean, when I look at the news, and I don't look at it very often, and it's all, Elizabeth II and rah rah, I'm thinking, my gosh, we've got civil unrest all over the world. There's mass floodings taking place all over the world. Pakistan, their crops wiped out, literally wiped out. 30 million people displaced, but we're going to carry on as if everything's good because it's all right. That's over there. Yeah. And we don't involve ourselves. We don't really want to think about it. We don't. Let me tell you about. We don't even know about it. Never mind to think about it. The suffering that these people must be under.
Because most of us are stuck in our own bubble, isn't it?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's what we're dealing with, man. That's what we're dealing with. Like I was saying, when you expand your awareness, then you can be aware of what's really happening on this planet. Not just focus on Medea, giving you the illusion. And we know what Medea means, the goddess of illusion. And yeah, man, you know what, this has come to me now, yeah? A lot of us need to tap into self-confidence because, trust me, we live in a world where to have low self-esteem is the normal thing right now. You know what I mean? Put your head down, think, oh yeah, doom and gloom, another another pandemic's coming, all of this, because a lot of our minds have been controlled to focus on negative outcomes. And this is how we create it, by focusing our energy on it. Because I'm really in touch with energy, I know how it works. Whatever you focus on, it grows. And like I like to say, wherever your focus goes, your energy flows. And we really need to work on self-confidence, man. Because trust me, I see it all the time. A lot of people haven't really got this, you know what I mean, this real passion for life. And when I found real passion for life, and key thing what I done, yeah, was tap into my shadow, because it's a part of me. And when you really tap into your shadow side, you realize you've got a lot of work to do. But you see my shadow, it didn't have self-confidence, it had self-hatred. You know what I mean? And when you tap your shadow and flip it to self-love, you'll start gaining self-confidence as well. So you have to have this presence about you as well. Because also, this is key for me, and even my mentor was talking about this year. When I actually started to gain self-confidence, check what I had to do. You have to act like it, because obviously you haven't got it right now. If you haven't got self-confidence, you have to act like it. Then you start to embody that energy. Then slowly and slowly but surely, you'll gain self-confidence. And also, key thing here, yeah, you have to face your fears. If you don't face your fears, you can't gain real self-confidence. Until I faced my fears, it was never enough impossible for me to really gain self-confidence and even get on camera. Because trust me, my old self, like many other people, just won't put themselves out there because they're dealing with so many unconscious limitations. And when I really tapped into the subconscious, bro, and sis, stay bliss, things really changed for me. Because one thing I've realized with the subconscious is that, trust me, if you don't reprogram it, you're done out here, because the subconscious works on repetition. So most people are repeating the same self-sabotaging patterns every single day, and until you become present and start changing it for you, your self-confidence isn't going to come for you, man. And I just send out that energy to you to make you realize, like, trust me, you have to tap into here and get yourself out there, because you're a spirit first, man. Don't allow the programming to control your destiny. You control your destiny, remember that. Because you know what I mean, your self-confidence has an effect on others as well, because it's all energy. I've seen my energy have an effect on Lady Crown. Even though Lady Crown's her own entity, have an effect on my grandma and my whole family. Because why? Because they can feel it, baby. Oh yeah. And when you really learn about the secret, and shout outs to Neville Goddard out there, the feeling is the secret, you'll realize that, yo, your energy is having an effect on everybody, whether it's dealing with fear or love. And you know what I'm dealing with? Love. Hopefully, you can really tap into love and self confidence for your life, man, because we're in a world where that's not in the society where that's not really celebrated like that. And I'm talking about real self-confidence. I'm not talking about fake self-confidence out there where people have got fake personas, because trust me, I can tap into that. But you see me, I always keep myself centered, because trust me, I ain't faking no more. I'm keeping it 100. And when you keep it 100, yeah, your real self-confidence, people will really feel it. I mean, really feel it from the soul. And also, a key thing with self confidence as well is expressing your vulnerabilities without it hurting you within. And that's real self confidence, not this fake thing where people are acting like they're the toughest man or woman out there. Because really and truly, check this out now. I'm going to leave it on this. Really and truly, yeah, you are not altogether, but a big part of you is your first consciousness, your inner child. And that inner child is innocent. That inner child is loving, caring, sharing when you really tap into it. But a lot of it's been programmed from 0 to 7 years old, like I like to say, by negative energy. This is why a lot of people's inner child is really hurting them. So sometimes, yeah, like I had to do, I had to go back, man, to really deal with my pain and my suffering. And we're in a world as well where we love to talk about everything external but nothing internal. And this is why I'm separated from the crowd now. I'm in my own lane. I got no competition. My only competition is self. And when you really tap into yourself and self confidence, you'll realize how many people haven't really got that. Because, like I like to say, there was a stage, real life. Just keep on tapping to your own inner self and loving yourself wholeheartedly and realizing the key thing here, yeah, born alone, die alone. It's you one that has to really deal with this within. I'm not talking about external, there's many people out there, but I'm talking about within. You have to deal with it. So any issues that you got within, especially with your shadow, especially with certain voices within your head trying to attack you, remember this, always take action. That is key as well. Always take action on what can benefit you if you have any internal warfare. Because the way I dealt with my internal warfare is taking action every single day, trust me, and every single second within my thought patterns. And I hope this message really resonates with you, man, because it did with me. Trust me, it saved me. This is why I got a different passion for this. And because I tapped into all my energy frequencies, trust me, I can show any part of myself. And that's real self-confidence, when you show every single face and you
Ooh,
integrate it with one
what
energy.
a beauty.
You know what I mean? That's real
She's a honeybee.
self-confidence. That's real self-confidence. When you really integrate every single face that you show out there to one entity. Until you do that, yeah, trust me, you're going to be dealing with it's like multi-personality disorder. A lot of people are different people, they're not one. And when you become one, you'll have real self-confidence. Big ups to all of you out there, man. I hope you all keep raising your energy and loving yourself, man, because that's what me and Lady Crown are here to do, to give you that energy, give you that information that can help you on your journey.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I've spoken about the precious metals on many occasions.
Get your precious metals down, yeah. Get your silver,
And
get your gold.
This is no, this is not any financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Listen, if you look at the USA national debt clock, and it shows you how much they are in debt, I don't know how many trillions it is, but it also shows you the actual price of silver and gold. And I beg you do, go and look. The last time I checked, it said that 1 ounce of silver was $1,200. That's according to their national debt clock. So are they showing you? Are they showing us? Because remember, everything's hidden in plain sight. They're not going to tell you. Guess what? You know, you can get it for $19. Oh, the real price is no. But they're going to put it out there for those who have ears to hear, eyes to see, and can use their brain. It's an absolute bargain. Yeah. So in our money, that's probably, I don't know, £1,100 for 1 ounce of silver. How much can you get an ounce of silver for now? 27, 30, 32, £33 because you've got VAT to pay on top of that. You just look at that. That's how much they've suppressed it. But guess what? When that ball pushes up through that water that they've been holding down for 170 years, you are going to see absolutely insane prices. So why wouldn't you take your faux money, your fiat currency, and convert it into some of the tangible assets out there, knowing what you know? Go and look at the national debt clock. It will show you $1,200 for an ounce of silver. I can't remember what it was for gold. So you must know it's absolute fireside bargain, rock bottom sale. We already know we love a sale. Because I see something for £100. I say, I now buy it. Go back 2 days later, 2 weeks later, and it gone down to 50. Oh, I'll have that off price. Yeah, what? Who'd walk in and say, oh, it's gone down to 50 quid, or I don't want it now because it's gone down. Nobody would they? You grab it with two and probably people in for 5 to buy it. So this is what they're offering you now. But big money, big institutions are coming in and they're not buying a couple of ounces here or a couple grams there. They're buying thousands of ounces of the silver. Especially, I told you, Miles Franklin and Andy Sheckman, the customer that he had with the $50 million that she wanted gold and silver, and said she'll be back for more. Listen to Andy Sheckman and Big Swear. I think it was yesterday they did a video together, and they were saying that it's getting so hard to source the silver, and whilst they've got it, then I beg people, literally saying, you know what I mean, come and get it, because when the big money comes in, the billionaires and the millionaires, they're not going to be taking a couple ounces off them. They'll wipe out their old inventory. Yeah? So don't be caught out. Yeah, me lasted for an hour ring. I thought I put it on airplane mode. Never mind.
That's the second time again.
Yeah. At least it's not got my song. Normally I have my song playing.
Why don't you just silence it?
So do what you need to do. Yeah? Get onto those sites. Oh, I don't you know where it is?
Just let it ring out then, but...
Oh, it's Amy. That's what I call her that. Yeah, she wants to know where mom is for up at the centre. So please, you know what I mean, convert it, get into some of the precious metals, and the silver is one of the easiest things to buy. Dig one wall, bury in backside, whatever you got to do, because you're going to need it. You know, otherwise you're looking at a CBDC, because that's what they're going to try and roll out. And universal basic income, which means you're going to be tracked and controlled and have an expire. Imagine having money that you work for, that you're saving up to get X, Y, and Z, even if it's in a digital format, but then it's got expiration date on it. Like you buy one piece of chicken in that supermarket and it's a used by. Imagine that.
You wouldn't even want that phone.
That's what they're going to be given, or no? That has to go in with the CBDC. It will have an expiration date on it. So what does that mean? No generational wealth, no form of saving, no nothing, because you're going to have to use it to keep the wheels turning around. Because when the economy things start to get tight, what do people do? They draw back and stop spending. They're going to force you to spend that digital currency that's controlled by the whatever central bank, Bank of England, Federal Reserve in America. That's what they're going to force. UNO. And I say UNO because not me. Trust me, ain't nobody controlling my movements and my spending, because I'm out of the system. So it's time. If you haven't done it yet, then you have a little time left, because just become 1st of October and around them time that you're going to see if Pope Francis is telling all of them people them whatever money them have in the banks them all over the world, it's got to be back in the Vatican bank by the 1st of October. What kind of deadline do you think you've got? All right, me done.
When you leave this planet, you take nothing with you, and all you can really leave is generational wealth for your family.
Exactly. Pass it down.
But really and truly, you leave him. You're not taking nothing with you, man. You know what I mean, except for your spirit. So this is why I'm so big on consciousness. You know what I mean. Keep on working on your energy, because one thing you really do leave here is your energy. Your energy never dies.
Oh, it never dies.
It never dies. It's always here, because you install it within this planet and other beings on this planet as well. You know what I mean? Just like shout out to Dr. Sebi out there. You know, his energy is still on this planet. There's a lot of new Dr. Sebis out there.
Wally Dr. Sebi out there. Wally.
Just because the information on the energy, keeping the energy that is left here to help others. But yeah, man, keep on connecting with the divine, your higher self, and keep on reading the signs, and you'll be guided. You know what I mean? You'll be guided on the pathway to the light, just like Amen Ra. But
Yeah.
yeah, big ups to all of you, man. Keep on working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals. Because we're there with you spiritually. STS and Lady Crown over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.